Richard Redding is on the modern-day River Nile. He wants to look for the same mud that ended up by the Sphinx. He believes this mud is carried by the water when it's flowing, but then sinks to the bottom when it's calm.
What we're going to try and do here is look in the calm areas around the Nile, find some silt in these calm areas where it falls out naturally. And that would be very similar to the process of forming a silt layer on the bottom of this harbor.
Richard aims his boat towards a calm section of the Nile to put this theory to the test.
If we head over to the shallows over here, we can take some samples of the silt that lie in the bottom. There's not much water movement over here. It's fairly calm.
He uses a hand-operated drilling tool called an auger to lift out samples of mud from the bottom of the river.
This is almost exactly what I'd expect in a good Nile silt in a calm area. See, that rubs on my finger here.
This type of silt is unique to the Nile because of the river's source miles upstream in Central Africa.
The silt came down from the Ethiopian highlands, and that silt was black. It was rich in minerals that are dark volcanic minerals. So it's exactly what I would expect.
Richard believes the Nile mud at the base of the Sphinx is proof that the Egyptians constructed a sheltered harbor here.
It gets into that harbor, which is kind of a cul-de-sac, a bag at the end. And the water hits there, rises up, and then stops. And it calms down. And as it calms, all that silt that it's carrying, all that black silt, all that Nile silt will just fall to the bottom and create a coating on the bottom of the harbor.
Richard is convinced. But why did the Egyptians go to all this trouble and dig such a huge artificial harbor? One theory is that the Sphinx ramps were just one part of a huge waterfront complex, supplying goods and material for the whole Giza construction site. Boats brought in granite blocks to decorate the pyramids, timber for building, and live cattle to feed the army of laborers who lived on the plateau. When Pharaoh Khafre died, the wooden coffin holding his dead body would cross these waters to begin his burial ceremony. And the Egyptians believed this divine port allowed the gods on their celestial barges to visit the sacred temples of the deceased pharaohs.
You could not have built the pyramids without water access. You could not have moved these large stones from way across the Nile over to the pyramids, from Aswan, the red granite, all the way up here. All these materials had to be moved by water. They could not have been moved by land. It was just critical that you have this water transport, this water system, this water infrastructure to build the pyramids.
This stone guardian once stared out over Giza's bustling